Well, we do have to do that mission again, and it is pretty long. But listen,
Yeah.
finish this. But we could run for it, you know.
You'd have to run for it, but then also remember that there's a mid-boss in the middle of it that is, you have to deal with all of the, like, the ninja Oni and the people who are shooting down at you as well.
Hmm.
You could also do a side mission instead.
Wandering Child, for example.
Yeah, like perhaps Wandering Child as an example.
Hmm. Looks like you have to help a Kodama, which I'm always game for.
Yeah, I'm down for hanging out with those little guys. They're great.
That's weird, I feel like, that I got 11 patronage levels from talking to Tome that time. Like, I wonder if there is something to, like, hey, you beat, like, you know, you did Return of the Gourd, which is a crazy hard level 155 mission, and then you did Makaborushi, which is, like, a 6 boss fight run kind of thing, you know? Like, maybe there's, like, something to that, or...
Those 6 dudes you just fought were all of the weapon trainers, right?
That's correct.
Except for, like, that Tonfa and Dodachi, it looked like.
Yeah, Tonfa, yeah. No, I think the last guy was a Dachi guy. I just killed him really quick. Well, actually, I don't know for sure.
I think he had a larger than average katana. I think is what that was.
Got it.
You know how that there's actually 2 technically separate versions of the basic katana of Tachi and Katana. I think it was just that dude used Tachi. That's it.
Got it. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I think you're right. Hanzo is just the Hanfa guy anyway.
Who's a Dachi guy then?
Just some guy.
Just some dude, some asshole.
He might have been one of the other trainers that you already fight. I don't think he was anybody in particular, but I mean, I could find out.
Hanzo is the Tonfa guy in the base game. He used dual swords, so he was just waiting for his time.
Alright, I gotta get rid of archer guys. Oh my gosh, or sniper guys, I guess I should call them really, but... That guy's dead. Now, you are fucking dead, because I am sick of being shot by you and your little stupid pal with a cannon. Right. That felt good.
Gun hammers.
Other side, of course. Of course it is. Excuse me, everybody. Joe Rando did not retire, and you might actually be seeing him again some point. Not tonight, but, you know. What do you call it? Doc, what have you been up to lately?
A fair number of things. Today's been kind of busy. I did my own, just continued the Dark Souls 2 randomizer thing that I've been doing. We'll probably be doing more of that tomorrow. I don't know. I'm goofing around during this week, honestly, is part of it. Hung out with Newbie earlier, and I'm hanging out with this. I have had like an hour off, I guess.
Not a lot.
No. It's fine.
That's cool. Hey, listen. As long as you're having fun, pal, that's all that matters.
It's more than one of those days where I feel like I have to be productive, or I just will waste the entire day kind of days.
I hear you. Well, I got some stuff going on, really, you know? That kind of crap. Stuff that's not Nioh, and that's not right now.
Well, none of my stuff was Nioh related either.
Well, that's fair, but, you know, importance is a relative thing. I don't know if you heard, but scientists are kind of thinking that objective reality is not really a thing either.
I hadn't heard this, no.
It's, I always forget the guy's name, but it's a quantum experiment, like Liston's friend, I think, or Wiston's friend. So, I don't know, I mean, the basic idea is, like, if you're into quantum superposition and all that stuff, and how, like, you know, it's, the state of the electron is wave and particle until it's observed, that kind of deal. What's that guy's name? Whatever. The thought experiment is basically, okay, but what if the one guy in the lab, he observes it, but then he has a friend who has no idea what the result is. Is it still a quantum superposition for the friend, but an actual, like, particle for the person who observed it? That's silly talk, but apparently, and I didn't quite get the experiment, they sort of proved out, like, no, actually, depending on the frame of reference, it's still either in superposition or not, meaning that it's, like, subjective to the observer. Which
Interesting.
which is, like, really, really weird, but, yeah.
I can't believe Schrodinger's fucking dumbass experiment idea that he made as a joke actually continues to be more and more relevant when it comes to quantum mechanics every goddamn day.
No, absolutely. It really is.
Schrodinger's cat, by the way, for anyone who's not aware of it, as a thought experiment, was devised to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
In that, obviously, that would never be the case. It turns out, when you get down to quantum states, oh, it's extremely the case.
Yeah.
Observation extremely matters.
I don't think Schrodinger was necessarily trying to disprove it, but he was trying to show, like, this is, like, kind of nonsensical ways of thinking. Like, this leads to really weird things. Like,
Yes.
this can't be right, can it? You know, and then it's like...
It turns out it can.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, that cat's alive and dead. Depending on who... in fact, yeah, we actually, I found, like, a really neat YouTube series called Quantum Physics Made Easy that actually goes into the, like, history of it, meaning, like, how things were discovered, like, Rutherford's model of the atom, and then De Boer's experiments and all that, which I found was, like, very easy to get into, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Good at explaining it in layperson's terms because there's actually literally no other way to describe quantum mechanics unless you know everything about it already.
Right.
Because even when you get down to other scientists who have similar fields, if they don't know exactly what you're talking about, you still have to use layperson's terms.
Yeah. It's, ooh, hello.
The important thing is to know the useful lies that seem almost right.
Alright. These snipers are making me thirsty.
Thirsty for their blood? Or just like for a seltzer?
Maybe a seltzer.
That'd work.
Oh my god, you son of a bitch. Yeah, that's it. Are you out of ammo? Is that the problem? Well, I'm not.
One of my favorite things about quantum mechanics, honestly, is the names used for, like, terminology in it.
Mhm.
The terms used in it, basically. Where they all sound incredibly simple. Like spin. Like the spin of a fucking particle.
Yeah.
That sounds extremely simple. Until you realize that it is being used as an analogy. It's like spinning. It's not that it is spinning, or other things like that. And when you actually try to describe the exact mechanism going on behind spin, it's incredibly complex.
Oh, yeah. One thing I liked a lot about computer science was a lot of the terms it's like basically applied mathematics, but like since it's like sort of it's not really basically applied mathematics, it's just whatever. But at any rate, the terms they're used are very, very casual, you know? So like if you like in mathematics, if you have a variable that doesn't affect the actual output of the equation, like if the coefficient was 0, like that variable would be what's called a free variable. But in computer science, like the Boolean equivalent is called a don't care.
Right.
That's my favorite one. One of my favorite ones. Or like, if you have like a process that can't be killed because its parent process, it's been orphaned, it's basically a zombie process.
Right.
Yeah. Fuck it. That was the hell of it. One thing too, by the way, I unlocked from the Blacksmith patronage points. I don't know if you noticed, but I have 4 item slots now, like shortcut slots now.
Yes, I did notice that. Yep.
That is, you can set that back to 2 if you want, and I kind of understand that because it is a little. It's not terrible. Shit. It's not like terrible, but it is a little annoying at times to like try to get through, you know, like 4 sets of shortcuts. This. There's some guy with a horn. He's very annoying, I find. Where's this guy? Alright. Oh, he's another one of these, I know, because he's got tons of HP. They're gonna make me fight 3 of these dudes in a row. And that's oh dear. Alright. Very frustrating.
Ryorokubi.
Yeah. Ryorokubi.
Which I will take every opportunity to say, because again, it's very fun to say.
It is, What's a big Kadama? Look at the size of that boy.
Yeah, he's huge. What's up with that?
I don't know. I like him though. Sniper Rokorokubi is not unfortunately.
That one seemed like it had more of the amount of health that I feel like they should. Where they're more just like slightly more complex normal enemies. Are you worried about him?
No, I'm just looking at him. I never really saw one this big that you could, you know what I mean?
I guess, yeah. He's just a little green baby looking dude.
Yay. That got me 200 grand.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I gained a bunch of levels tonight too, because I did a bunch of New Game Plus because we were recording Visual Novel Book Club, and I'm a jerk who likes to play video games in the background and grind for things while I'm talking to people about visual novels.
Gotcha.
You did well. You can check your reward later. Yonjin are delighted. Of life being famous. Tell me about it. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Not the shrine, no. I want to go to the blacksmith. Let's sell. Did I get anything good? Nah, not really. Alright. 50,000. Nothing. Hey. 8, 9, 10. Alright, Muramasa, do you have a dialogue thing for me that'll get me some prestige points? Ow. Nope. Alright then. Well, Doc, I think there's nothing to do but go kill that guy.
Alright, well, if you want to go try it, go for it. I'm not going to stop you.
Alright.
There's also a couple of Kadama you haven't grabbed in this mission, it seems like.
Is that the case? I didn't even notice. I didn't even think to look.
Yeah, it looked like there was 2 or 3. I didn't see exactly which that were still underneath their caps.
Nice. Alrighty. Somebody says, I think this is also literally the only appearance of the big Kadama. It's great. He does seem pretty great.
December 1613. Yep, this is a good 10 years after the end of the game. It's wild.
How old do you think Billiam was?
I don't think he was that old. I think his gray hair is just a mystical thing, you know?
Yeah.
I want to say he was probably, like, at most early 30s during, the first part of Nioh. He's probably, like, in his 40s now, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's just late 30s. I want to say he was like at least early 20s, not early, sorry, late 20s though. At his very, very latest. Sorry, very earliest.
I think this guy is one of those stupid long neck monsters. Oh wait, they don't quite matter though, so no, he's tough.
Yeah. Also, almost all of the ones in this mission pop up before you actually like do some real damage on them.
Hmm.
Like, they activate before you actually even hit them a lot of the time, I think I saw.
Oh, I see what you mean.
On top of that, like, I also think the only two types that exist in this mission were spear and dual swords ones.
I deserve that death. That's the way of the samurai, really.
Mm-hmm. Accepting that you got your ass kicked, and then taking the spear to the face.
Indeed. Samurai. That's the way of Bushido. The Bushido Shoshinshu.
It wasn't very Bushido of you, William.
Wow.
That, well, Namahage hit you, did a bunch of damage, and then you got... That was... The other barrel was exploited by that sniper, so...
Well, here's the good news about all that, okay?
Yep.
I'm grinding money, not Amrita, so...
Yeah, and you can't lose money as you get it, so... No problems at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you don't even have to activate the Namahage.
Oh, if you just stick to the left wall, you won't wake up. Neat.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Always
Pretty
stick to
good.
the left wall. It's just smart.
Yeah, you're right, you're right. Through mazes and apparently Namahage. I'll take it.
Sorry, I'm just admiring your quite excellent, slightly off yellow outfit. It's very good. I mean that completely sincerely.
I know.
Because you know my opinions on the best color, yellow.
What is your opinion on the best color yellow?
It's good. It's a good color. It's an underappreciated color as well.
Yeah,
How often do you actually meet someone who says that their favorite color is yellow? It doesn't happen very often.
My ass kicked. Oh, that's why. You're not who I thought you were. Yikes, those guys are annoying. Alright. I feel like, though, I was near the second shrine. But... who the hell knows. Let's just learn our lesson. Hang by the left wall. Not even activate that guy. Hang by the left wall again. Go around this way. Oh dear. Just missed that well I was going for. Why not? Yeah, that works. I realize I don't have my Kodama sensing guy. Oh, that's interesting. Look, there's a secret passage this way. You don't even have to go to that guy.
Oh yeah, it is neat.
I've learned a thing. Alright. That guy was really hoping I was gonna, like, he was gonna have an opportunity to shoot me. Didn't happen, my friend. Did not happen. Where the hell is my thing? I can't think of the name. Where's my guardian spirit?
I don't remember where you died. Flat out. It was you died to a Namahage, right?
Yeah, and it was right by the door. Like, I managed to get the bar off because I was trying to be like a greedy jerk and just run for things.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a Namahage. Come on! That guy wasn't even close to me. That, I call shenanigans. Well, I don't know. I died. Okay. I'm gonna run for this one more time because I think. There it is. I hate long neck guys. I hate this shooting galleries. Get your eyes checked, ref. Exactly. This wouldn't have. Shit like this wouldn't fly in MLB The Show 19.
Greatest Souls game of all time.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Easily.
Easily. Not even a close call.
It's just like Dark Souls.
Move over Bloodborne and Nioh for that matter while you're here.
And 2, while I'm in here, I'll still say it.
Mm-hmm. Ray! Sorry, Namahage, you are warped back.
Asshole.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
That's a good way of putting it. A home run is the ultimate parry.
It really is, though, honestly. That is... Wow, I do love the way of putting that. That's really good.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you got your Grand Slam. And I mean both the Denny's meal and also the thing that happens in baseball. Going to Denny's is the Dark Souls of going out to eat at like 3 in the morning. There's a lot of half-told stories involved. You don't really know what you're doing.
My favorite bonus boss has moved over my hammy. True.
I'm fond of the Grand Slam Witch myself.
I haven't had the Grand Slam Witch, honestly.
You probably should. Like, no one should actually have the Grand Slam Witch. When you are encountering a sandwich which is like 2,600 calories, probably means you shouldn't eat that fucking sandwich. And I say this as someone who, like, once a month engages in things like called fat chickens as a sandwich.
There's these sandwiches down in New Brunswick by like Rutgers University. They're called fat sandwiches. Like the fat cat, they're like really great.
I'm assuming, like, do they stuff them full of fucking like mozzarella sticks and French fries?
Yeah, that's the fat cocoa. And I used to get
exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I actually live in a city where those originated.
No kidding.
Yeah, there's a place nearby here that, in fact, it's the first one on the a street close by called Supa's.
Okay.
Supa's actually was like notably the first people to, first restaurant, fast food joint, whatever you want to call it, takeout place, sort of. That started calling just sandwiches stuffed with fucking mozzarella sticks and French fries fat sandwiches.
Oh.
Yeah, they had the fat chicken was the first one, and I get it every now and again.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one what do you call it? I used to get a fat cat, which was it was like on a hero roll. It was like 2 burgers and French fries, 2 cheeseburgers, French fries, and then like, lettuce, tomato, etc. But then there was the fat cocoa, which was cheesesteak with mozzarella sticks and French fries.
Right. Yeah.
And that was like one of my favorite things. And you could get it with bacon. There used to be a show on the Food Network, which I hated. Which I shouldn't say I hated it, but like, I felt like it was unused potential, called Man vs. Food. And
yep.
And it was like a guy in an eating eating contest situation, and like he did the fat stuff, but like, I don't know, it just
the guy
never
who gets the meat sweats.
Yeah. I just feel like that's maybe a better YouTube thing than a TV show, maybe, because it's like, you can't really make that like professional, or you know what I mean, like, or add that sort of like level of production, because it's always just like there's voiceover, but it like how much can you say, like, I don't know, I'm making it through the fries, but I'm hurting, and that's like all you really have to say, because all you're doing is eating, But
And people have done that. And when they do it as a YouTube channel, it usually is done better.
yeah,
All things considered.
exactly. Anyway, please join my new YouTube channel, where I
Oh god, speaking of eating food that's too much and fucking a bad idea. So on my channel, I actually have this donation incentive that you can do. It's normally $420, but because during the tax stream that I did, it was half off at $210. You can donate that amount of money to make me make a meal off of a fucking channel, a food crimes channel, basically.
Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about this.
And I got 6 of those during tax stream, so... And we just recently today decided about all 6 of them. I am going to be consuming a burger crime.
Oh man.
Like, it's a burger crime for certain.
I wanted to make some kind of incentive with prairie dog, with prairie oysters. You
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But that's just me, because prairie oysters sound really gross, but I'd like to try them.
All things considered, it's still just meat. You know? It's just
Oh, the burger
it's still
crime
just
thing?
another... Yeah, it's prairie oysters are just fucking bull testicles, and like...
That's not prairie oyster. You're thinking of I think you're thinking of Rocky Mountain oysters.
What am I thinking that's different then?
Prairie oysters are raw eggs, salt, Worcestershire sauce, and
Oh! Right, I know those by a completely different name.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they taste like, but I'd like to find out.
The egg almost tastes like nothing in that situation.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just raw egg, Worcestershire sauce, like a little bit of hot sauce sometimes.
Yeah, that's it. Tabasco, right?
Yeah.
The quad coordinary bypass, 4 patty melts as buns, 2x8 sirloin patties, 4 fried egg, 27 strips with 5 bacon. Oh, yeah, 20 fries. So I feel like there's a point too where it's like, okay, now even for this, you're being ridiculous, you know?
That's supposed to be just that's a food challenge thing where, yeah, they're gonna serve it to you, and 99% of the people who do it have spent like $40 on a single meal, and they're like, yeah, that's excellent. $4 on a cheap meal for them to make too, specifically. But obviously, if you are like the 1% of people who can finish it, then they get to keep the legend going on it as oh yeah, hell yeah, you did great. And then it just continues to make more money. That's what the idea behind those are. $80. Okay.
Oh yeah, and then there's the $1,000 cookie where like, and like, oh, I hate all those like $1,000 like meal things because they're usually.
Oh, those are always terrible because that's just loaded up almost certainly with like. Inevitably, Gold Leaf will enter it, and it's like, fucking come on. Why? Like, why are you using Gold Leaf in this? Gold Leaf as a thing is just fucking stupid to start with. And that's like the only way that they can rack up that actual price.
Yeah.
Until you're like including saffron and the extremely expensive nuts in there, you are not, and truffles. You are not making something cost $1,000.
Right.
Not a food that will cost $1,000 anyway.
And like I have had a food with gold leaf before, and it tastes like basically nothing. You know, like,
it tastes of absolutely nothing, and it's because it's so light. Because it's fucking, it's gold. It's so malleable. It's turned into basically nothing. It's just vaguely like a super fragile leaf, and it doesn't taste of anything.
No.
Like, at least gold is so incredibly non-reactive that it will eventually end up back into, what do you call it? It will very, 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 very slowly over the course of a couple hundred years make its way back to be something usable again. Mainly just because it has to be fucking, you know, you shit it out first and so on and so forth.
Right.
The thing is that saffron is, technically speaking, the most expensive foodstuff in the world. With how it's produced, it's extremely, extremely labor-intensive, and the rewards on it are incredibly small. Every saffron plant, every saffron flower specifically, the thing is you grab like these little strands off of them. I think it's just straight up like the pistils. on a saffron plant. It gets you like 3 strands for every flower, and they're so delicate that they have to be plucked by hand, basically. There's no way to machine gather them, and the return on like each plant is incredibly small, so it's just extremely expensive to produce.
Oh my god, I hate these fucking
Rokurokubi.
Rokurokubi? Really?
Rokurokubi, yeah.
Rokurokubi.
It's like
666B.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like six unit of measurement long neck person, I think is what it's supposed to mean, roughly.
You know, I killed 3 of those guys, you know. The
3 of the shoot noni.
yeah, the Noni. Which is how many I killed last night before I fought that guy, you know.
Mm. I remember there's apparently an achievement for listening to this dude's speech, so if you want that.
You know what? Why not? Exactly. I'll take another trophy, even if it's not gonna get me towards
Platinum
the
relevant.
Yeah. That's so frustrating. I can't believe I did that fucking gourd fight. But at least there's only like 7 of those points left, you know? Whatever it is. Wait, where do I have to go to get? Okay, I can cross this bridge.
I've never had truffle. I've heard that it's like it is really good.
I've had truffle.
A lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've had like a lot of like some of the expensive, like champagne gelée and things like that, like kind of like I used to like kind of go for this sort of stuff, but now it's like,
I'm fond of expensive cheeses. I can say that.
I would love to be a cheese connoisseur. A nice Roquefort.
Well, when I say that, I mean like I like expensive cheeses that are the standard expensive cheeses, not the really expensive cheeses. I'm not going to justify to myself spending more than $17 a pound on a cheese, basically.
I like a nice like sharp like old like an aged salted cheddar kind of, you know, like a nice British cheddar.
Yeah.
My big okay, shit, wait,
My single favorite cheese is Gruyere, for what it's worth, which is a Swiss cheese.
That's a good cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a stupid thing to use the soul stone on, but I was very afraid of this guy popping around a corner. There we are. Hey! Oh wow, you get a trophy for killing all 4 of those guys. Conqueror of Aoba Castle. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Finding access to unpasteurized cheeses in the United States is murderously difficult, actually.
Yes, it is.
It is insanely hard. Do you know how hard it, like this isn't the same thing, but do you know how hard it is to actually get access to cheeses that are made with raw milk in the United States, even though basically when it comes to making cheeses, there's almost no difference. It's insanely hard.
Sounds hard. I don't suppose you remember where this fucking boss fight was. This mini boss fight.
It was past the fucking. You crossed over to it. You needed a key. Do you have? No, you get that key from the boss fight. That's right.
Yeah.
It was past the set of. Okay, the towers that had the ninja oni on it.
Yeah.
It was past that area. Like there was
Yeah.
another way out from that set of like buildings. I think is what it was.
Yeah. I feel like oh yeah. You know what? It's here. There's like a. Yeah. I only have 3 elixirs, but all right.
This guy was not very difficult after you destroy all of his backup, if I remember right.
Good listener. Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Caltrop.
Well, it's worth. I have heard of a trick if you want to experience truffles in some form. Is that it actually goes back into the talking about cheeses as well. There are truffled cheeses that actually have like shavings of truffle in there that seriously flavor like the entire cheese a lot. And it's a really good way to get truffle flavor into things without actually having to break the bank on spending money on, hey, here's some black truffle shavings. These cost $166 a pound.
I had a marketing professor, and he told us like his uncle is actually like a real deal wine connoisseur, and he's like, honestly, most people cannot actually like tell the difference at all between like certain kinds of wines and shit. And it's like you have to really train your palate like your whole life to really do that sort of thing. But everybody is kind of wants to.
It's
be
pretty
that
well aware at this point for most people that the actual best buy is like medium cost wine,
Exactly,
not expensive, because you can tell when something's really cheap, but you can't really tell when something's really expensive.
Yeah.
You just like kind of can't.
Wasteful, but. And there's my dragon insignia key. There we go.
Yeah, and then there's the shrine right over here.
Yep. And then this one, this dragon insignia key. Now we're ultimately going toward that back door on the left. So I'm wondering how hard it is to actually get there. If you're just going for it, because I feel like it's not. I feel like it's just ninjas that are running after you, and these stupid long-necked guys. And yep, there's the boss already. See?
All right, nice.
Oh my god, it's 107. Yeah, okay. Well, whatever. Alright, I made my choice.
$25 an ounce, otherwise known as a lot of money, though.
Let's get to that shrine. Then we're gonna do something else. We're gonna go quick. I got two stones.
$400 a pound. Right. Okay.
There's also, they make like a truffle hot sauce now. Like a truffle oil hot sauce. But I think that's kind of, yeah. It reeks of something very gimmicky, so, I don't know. Money do I have here? Jeesh! I'm thinking maybe I'll, yeah, fuck it. Let me just fight this guy and see how it goes.
Why not? Go
Why
for it.
not? Yeah.
I actually talked about this before on stream that probably the single most expensive thing I've ever cooked, like in one go, aside from a really, really not big, like rib roast. Out of the things I assembled was I baked a baked ziti recently that cost overall, when I get down to it, only about $80. Like $70. A lot of stuff went into that baked ziti. Pretty expensive for a casserole. Yeah, an entire like brick of both Parmesan and Pecorino Romano went into it, is part of why.
Sorry, not that. This came very close to the D word. So the thing that I don't really know how to handle with this guy is the water form, you know?
Because it cuts off a ton of your movement and then also shoots a billion shots.
I got really lucky that it was dash just wasn't there. Yikes. Okay. Yikes again.
Pretty yikes.
That. I actually like the dragon form because at least that dash is, you know, it's scary, but it's predictable. This, I just don't know what the fuck to do. The other thing I can think to do though is, yeah, I mean, that is totally a confusing thing to deal with in terms of, I mean, I'll grant you I was in the wrong stance, but
Yeah.
I mean, what's he doing different? He's doing like, I think he's doing like little dashes to throw those, so I'm wondering, he's tough to roll behind him because of like the actual, well, the little pools he drops, you know? That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
There's 1800 down. That's another easy combo to punish. That's one dash I should have been ready to roll past for just for the next round. But okay, that's yeah. All right. He doesn't have terrible. It's just that when he does hit, it's like a truck. Like, you just can't make a lot of mistakes, if any. You know. But there you go. Like that. There we go. Shit. Missed that dodge, but it's still an instant kill. Even like 10 levels later.
Damn. All right, so don't get hit by that dash ever. Just don't do it.
It's not that hard to dodge. It's just...
It's fast, but he does have a pretty good amount of wind up to it. Is
yeah,
the thing.
exactly. Frustrating, because, yeah, if I could just be perfect about it. I feel like you'd... I mean, I don't know what to do about the water part of the fight.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I cannot figure out. I also, by the way, would like to try everything.
Yeah, that's kind of... When I was much younger, I was extremely picky. As time went on, and especially as I started to learn how to cook, this stopped being the case and became the opposite. Where now I like to try everything.
The toughest thing for me was I had fish eye once. I had a friend take me to Koreatown, and they gave us like a fish head, and he's like, the eye is like really good, you know, and it's, you know, it's kind of like one of those things that's like sort of gross, so it took me a minute, and he's like, well, I'm gonna eat it. I'm like, no, and then they ate it, and it was like actually really great. It was like kind of salty, it was just like kind of perfect, except it had this like little hard piece of cartilage in it, which was a little, not even, you can't even say it was gross, I mean, all things considered, it is what it is, like, but, the only thing I couldn't do, I think, in Thailand in the night market, they had like insects, that, like big insects and things like that, and that I just couldn't get around. But that said, I did go for the damn like silkworm, I think it was, or kind of this little like. There, dodge that.
Silkworm pupae?
Huh?
Silkworm pupae? As in, like, the little shells
Wait.
that have...
I'm wrong. That's not a one-hit kill. It just might as well be. Yeah, what they do is there's like a little bag of them, kind of, almost like a snack.
Yeah.
You know? And this guy from Kentucky got them, and he was like... Because I also had Rice Patty Rat down there, which he was into. We split that. But, yeah, so I had that. It took me about 3 tries. I didn't like stuff. It was gross. That said, and I think like it was okay. It had kind of a gross texture because it was a lot softer than I thought it would be. So
Yeah, they tend to be softer, and there's kind of no way around them. They do squish out and explode in your mouth, kind of thing, when you crunch down. Get that when you give them the crunch. If they
Yeah.
do crunch at all, they usually don't. They just squish, like they just burst.
yeah. That was kinda,
And the thing is, like I said, they almost never taste bad. They always have like this weird nutty, almost earthy taste to them. But they have this really unpleasant texture, and that's like the worst part about it.
you know, by the way, too, like RB Trucks mentioning like liver, and someone's like, you aren't really missing out. I do tend to agree with that. I don't like the taste of liver at all.
Liver is the internal organ meat that gets bitter and gross. Like the fact that it's still one of the most commonly eaten ones is weird to me. It's like if you've ever made a stock with like chicken, the chicken giblets and all that. You toss all those fucking organs that they provide you with them, except for the liver, because the liver will make it taste gross. Because liver is full of fucking it's not blood. It's not full of blood. That's not what it is. But it does still have iron-containing compounds that are really bitter and gross in them still.
Whoa. That was a weird-ass dodge for that. I think they're just... It looks like they're very, very generous with that dash, where if you miss it, it's like, alright, you're close enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Maybe I can kill him before he even gets to the water phase. Right out, but, oh, you can just do that, too.
I got no problem with food made from intestines. Stripe's alright. And like, I'd eat a natural casing sausage, no problem.
Oh! Ha ha! Those shakes. Okay. Eat this. That. These. Oh shit. Okay. You again. Alright.
My favorite taco is lengua, so I'm gonna disagree with tongue being unimpressive. I really love lengua tacos.
Tongue tacos, did you say?
Yeah,
oh my
lengua.
god. Okay. So I'm standing up out of my chair for this part.
You better just pay attention.
Oh no.
It's alright, don't worry about it.
Why didn't you just wait? For what?
What, like wait out that entire phase? Absolutely not.
Yeah, that didn't work. I've tried that.
Yeah. The main problem that there was a point where he was really low on both ki and life, and that was the time. I feel like if you had capitalized on that, you would have been good.
Yeah. I just felt like attacking through the pillar. I probably was able to hit him and still dodge his stupid sword attack. The only thing I can think of, honestly, is sticking close to him during the water phase somehow. Because, like, those projectiles hurt a lot, you know? And there must be, like, some way of punishing that, you know? Wow, what the Alright. Alright, one more time.
Many swords await you.
Big difference when he's not spawning projectiles. I stay out in the open but near the pillars. I just don't, yeah, that's my only issue with this fight is I don't understand how to deal with the water. Unless I get behind him. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of. But I am starting to stay away from him constantly. Which is bad. Which is not good. Get my living weapon back, I guess. You interrupt him too. Maybe that's part of this.
So dual wielding is commonly said to be a really, really ridiculous thing in real life. Kinda isn't, actually. The thing that's ridiculous about it is how it's depicted and how it's used, basically. The idea of having, you know, two weapons that are of, like, even equal size that you can attack with at any time from either direction is actually a perfectly fine one and happen basically everywhere. The thing that's ridiculous about it is the idea of attacking with both at the same time. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. What you want to do is just have one available to you to block with, to parry. That's the idea. And the other one you attack with.
Isn't that the kind of the whole idea behind size?
Sort of. I mean, size are supposed to be for, like, disabling who you're hitting in the first place. So did Date actually wear a hat like that? I believe the big crescent moon symbol is actually the Date clan-like symbol. So, yeah, he would. And the helmets did get ridiculous. Like, really ridiculous.
Okay, there's that, too. That's a thing, apparently.
Huh. That seemed almost instant, and with almost no
Like,
upload. What do you call it? Telegraphing. It's true.
no. What the fuck was that?
A lot of the time, when you talk about dual wielding historically, one of the weapons is much shorter than the other, and is exclusively used for defense, almost. And that's more common than having two equal-sized weapons, but two equal-sized weapons also did happen.
Sonata Yukimoto had antlers on his helmet. Another arm. Air fur.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I hate you, Date. This fight's not starting well, honestly. Oh, yep. Oh, damn it. I thought he glitched out. I'm like, I'll fucking take it. I don't care.
My favorite Japanese helmet is there's one that has just a full fucking dragonfly built into it. It kicks ass.
It's a pretty big ass helmet. Maybe I'll die on purpose in this fight. Well, I might as well try, I suppose. I'm not, it doesn't hurt me. What's frustrating too about that insta-kill dash is you can't really punish it either, which I think is total nonsense.
Yeah, he goes really far away and past you if you dodge it, so...
Yeah. Okay, that was kind of nonsense too. I just gotta tell you. I mean, he was very clearly out of stamina there, so you can go fuck yourself on that one, Nioh. I'm sure just pushing ladders with the helmet would be fun.
Oh, that helmet's excellent. I will admit.
What does water do to me again? I forgot. Increase the damage
Makes you take
taken.
more damage.
Let's try this strategy. Keep fucking running. It is surprisingly working out okay. Oh! Well. Okay. Here's the deal. Those projectiles eat his stamina really bad, so you can... I think you knock him out of that, is the idea. All right.
Basically, he keeps on swinging at you and keeps throwing them, but he doesn't really regain much ki, not very much in this phase. So you kind of wear him out, and then you just close in on him when you get the chance.
Yeah, because when you knock him out of ki, he like that whatever elemental form he drops is, you know. It drops too. Nioh actually has a set of the new helmets they refer to.
Kawadi Cup, though. Alright.
I have handlers on my helmet.
Yeah. Like, you don't have giant antlers on your helmet. Those are tasteful antlers.
Right.
What's his name? The Warrior of the West. Sorry, Warrior of the East armor set had bigger antlers on there.
Nimishige.
No, the East. The other guy. Tadakatsu, I think.
Yeah, you're
Honda
right.
Tadakatsu. Yeah, his had big antlers. A lot of the decorations on Japanese helmets, by the way, were frequently made of paper mache, actually. They were not made to be very tough. They could be removed.
That also because, you know, you don't want to wear a big giant metal fucking thing on your head.
So long as it's, like, also, like, right here, Date Masamune's Crescent Moon thing,
Yeah.
that's almost certainly extremely thin brass, like, all the way around. It's probably not very heavy at all. Swinging and swinging.
Right, last time. There's a manga. Okay, here we go.
Garanus, what you were looking up when you see that is reproductions of what is typically depicted as Date Masamune's armor. Almost certainly not the actual real-life Date Masamune's real armor that still exists.
That still exists.
No, I'm saying I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Ah. Combos are weird. They like link into each other, kind of. So you can't really even tell when they end. Yeah, and you can't like roll through him because he just kind of changes direction mid-combo.
Yeah, he's really good at just keeping at you.
God, I hate this guy so much. Alright, fine.
He kind of just keeps on going and going.
Yeah, I mean... So this part... Oh, come on, man, really? That's like so fucking long after the attack. I mean, it's like a second, but still.
Did last for a while.
I feel like I should have been able to punish it, is my point, but whatever. It was frustrating then, is like he ran out of stamina. Well, actually, no, now he's back to normal.
He didn't run out of... Okay, so what he did was he got very close to, if you hit him one more time in there,
Yeah.
you would have been knocked down.
Yeah. Here's Water Boy stamina.
Rarihan phase.
The only problem with running around, though, also is that there's a lot of these, like a lot of these pools, you know?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the idea. I think you've not stumbled on, but I think you've come to a pretty good conclusion of how you can deal with this phase. Because yeah, he's not regaining his ki at all during this. Yeah, I think you've got the idea down. That seems to work perfectly.
This part.
So we've actually gone back to wind phase being the more difficult one.
Yep. Yeesh. Okay. That. Ooh! Yikes! I didn't see it for a second. Hey! Ah! Okay, no, I'm alive. All right.
Oh.
I couldn't get out of the corner.
Yeah.
God damn it! I so have this though.
You actually seem to really have this at this point, yeah.
All right, just. I know I keep saying it, but this is the real last time. Both phases don't really recover the cake. Alright, here we go.
We don't know exactly what Oda Nobunaga's armor looked like, but I believe there is accounts, like written accounts of kind of parts of it. And I think that one of the pieces is that he had a full Western-made breastplate. And that's actually a thing that is consistently depicted as such in almost all depictions as well.
That was literally me reaching down for... That was me plugging in my DualShock probably.
Which, like I said, that's also not even like a completely unreasonable thing. There's an entire term for that kind of armor. It's Nanmangaska. Which, like, it's not supremely uncommon. It just wasn't made internally and thus not very easily available.
I think yeah, that one I can tell. That's a definite end to the combo move right there.
The like the dual swing after a jump.
Yeah, it seems like whenever he does sort of like a spin jump kind of move in general. Okay. Now.
All right. All right. So wind phase is. He does regain his. Does he regain his ki during this?
Not
Not during either phase, it seems like. Wind phase is a little bit more punishable by default, but not supremely so.
Right. What am I doing?
Kind of weird that the water one is the one that has the range attacks. I don't know. Whatever.
No, I got you, but. you can't, like, the problem is there's nowhere to really run to exactly sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, the pools of water don't do a huge amount of damage. They do still do damage, but not tremendous amounts.
Do your dash, that's usually its first.
Whew, wild.
That's okay. I was gonna say. I gotta remember I can't really punish that like I think I can, or I usually can. I forgot that went horizontal. Come on, knock it off with the mines. 2, 3, 4. Jesus, fuck. Wow, stamina like doesn't drop as fast as I would like.
Yeah, this is taking a bit. There you go. Oh. You got it, though.
Uh-huh. I hate you, Date Masamune. Oh, just kill him, William. Just do it.
Oh, he's got an eye made out of Amrita. Alright, gotcha.
Oh, hey, it's Centipede guy. I thought... Oh, no. Wait. Oh, look at that. What kind of ninja are you, Hanzo?
天下を焦る必要はないのじゃ。決して引かぬお主が引けと申すか。こたびはその気ではなかったようだな。
Alright, you get the Seiryu, but do you get the Nurari-Han? That's what I want to know.
They're showing... I don't know who Kojiro is. I guess he's another Date.
Kojiro was actually, brought up as the dude who died prior to this in the last time the game was streamed.
Ah.
And technically speaking, Fossilized Rappy, no one can agree on what what the center one actually is, other than it's yellow. It's the yellow dragon sometimes, or it's the yellow Kirin sometimes, the yellow Chilin, depending on, you know, where you're talking. I'm willing to bet there's at least one that makes it a yellow tiger or something, or yellow lion.
Maria from the land of Spain. I guess that's that woman.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Maria?
Maria 殿なら蔵の方でお見かけしましたか
Lady Maria?
I think that's the first thing William has said this whole DLC, honestly.
That's a bit on the fucking nose, isn't it, Nioh? So this game has a Lady Maria boss fight or something in it, I bet.
Hmm. Welp. Maria from Spain. Spirit Stone Huntress is the next main mission. Hey, can I level up? I can. Before we call it, which I am gonna have to do because it is late and I do it.
It is late, and I have to do stuff tomorrow as well.
So, the only thing I'm going to do, of course, go to my fucking blacksmith. See if I have enough money. Get a gun. I have a smithing specs, whatever, I don't care. Make enough, see if I have enough money to make a gosh darn thing. +1, +1, I'll worry about farming that later. I have 500, damn it. Damn it, it's not enough. Alright, 500,000. Well, nothing I can buy for 500,000, so to hell with it. Alright, well thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Sorry we didn't get the platinum trophy. I'm like 7 more prestige points away.
Hmm.
So, alright. Thanks for watching.